Hey everybody, welcome. I hope my audio works because it was not working until a second ago. And we should have Chase here, but I cannot hear him. So I don't know if it's my audio. If anyone's watching, please type in the chat and let me know if you can hear me. Obviously, if you didn't see anything, I will assume that nobody can hear me. I will write in Twitch. Hopefully you can hear me. Anyway. Oh, I heard something. Is it Chase? Maybe not. Okay. Anyway, I'll get started in the meantime. Hopefully there is no audio return. There is no audio. Alright, let's try to take this to a better finish today. Okay. I might just use a second layer for adding a little bit of overall shadow around it. I feel right now it's not doing a good job spreading the form, so let's see. I don't want it, I also don't want it to feel too rounded. It's got some kind of shape detailing, so let's see. I don't see anything in the chat, so I still hope that everyone can hear me, because I can hear myself on Twitch, so let's pretend everyone can hear me, actually. Now, for the this crest thing, I might want to go a little more shiny. I was thinking. Like, these are definitely going to be shinier. Or shiny. So I do want to add a little more contrast to these. Here and there. It doesn't have to be perfect. Also, because this is just a second pass. And you go into the mouth here and darken it, because I'm thinking probably making it glow from the inside is not a good idea. I was thinking maybe the idea that Chase proposed could become a weekly thing, depending on how it goes. So it could be a community thing and a weekly thing. Weekly community thing. Maybe. Why not? So we could have a day of the week. Hey Sab, what's up? Thanks for checking the stream out. I'm good. Just trying to continue rendering this thing. thinking about the materials of the scaly crest. I was saying we might have sort of community challenge about an idea that my friend Chase proposed yesterday in the stream. So we would be drawing something out of a prompt, and every X number of minutes, the prompt will change. And so the new thing would have to be integrated into the previous design. That sounds pretty fun, pretty cool. All good, man. Loving your stuff in the channel. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you're good too. I'm trying to stay consistent. I cannot stream for so long every day, but I'm trying to do it every day. So hopefully, yeah, I'm trying to build a small community, maybe around creature design. Would be cool. But yeah, depending on how the stream goes on, I guess either Wednesday, Friday or Saturday, that little challenge might become a weekly thing if people like it, if people want to participate. Because I'm gonna open up the Discord probably either in the weekend or next week.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Chase.
Can I be heard?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, I'm here, everybody. I really hate capture cards.
I can imagine.
My capture card overrided all of my PC settings, so it overrided my audio settings and as well as my mic settings. So that's why I could not be here, and I had to restart my computer. So thank you, Elgato, for your software overriding my Windows 10 settings.
Actually, I had an audio issue too when I joined the Discord. For some reason, my NVIDIA broadcast reset the input, so it was not my mic anymore. It was like default audio input. I don't know what it is, but I could see that my audio was muted basically on Discord. So I'm like, oh god. Thanks God I noticed that. Otherwise, the whole stream would have been plagued by silence.
Hopefully, I can be heard.
Yeah, I think so. I can see the Discord level go up, so you should be heard.
Okay, yeah. On the stream, I can see that my icon is glowing, so that should be fine then.
Yeah. So I was saying that depending on how that challenge goes, the random prompt thing, I might even turn it into a weekly thing. Like, it would be cool to have a small, maybe community challenge or something every week, and see what people come up with. Because
hello, Zeb. How are you doing today, buddy? Yeah. So, doing a weekly challenge, that sounds pretty cool to me. I can certainly help you out with that.
Yeah, it sounds, I don't know, that idea kind of grew on me, and now I can't wait to do that. So, I'm gonna try to finish the Grayscale today, do the color tomorrow, hopefully, so either Friday or Saturday. I can probably try that, or we can probably try that.
We could probably, if you wanted to, if you want to do it like as a weekly thing, we could do it on Fridays. That would work.
Yeah, that could be cool. Hey, the Emperor of Cheese. Look, it's Carleon. You have returned. Looks like you have. I don't know if you were here in the first minutes of the stream, but I was saying, and I was telling Chase now that if people are willing to participate, I might turn that idea he proposed about the random prompt into a weekly thing. You're more than welcome to participate as well. Yeah, if you want to participate. And anyone else, actually, I'm gonna open up, as I said, the Discord soon. So if we do this thing on Friday, I'm definitely going to open up the Discord by then. so that everyone can join eventually. Either you do it during the stream or you do it later on the VOD on YouTube or Twitch. It's fine. As long as you post a creature that's, the result of all those messy prompts. Maybe you could give me the details later and work it out. The random prompt thing. Yeah, were you not here what was it, 2 days ago? Also yesterday we talked about it.
Yeah, you were here. We were talking about it.
Yeah, the prompt that changes every X minutes. I think it would be cool to do it, I don't know, every week or something.
Do you want me to explain in a little more detail?
Yeah, you're better explaining it. That's because I'm drawing.
Oh, okay. So, Cheese, I was talking to Nemo the other day. I was watching this video, and this guy who is a music producer, he did this challenge where he would work on a song, and every 5 minutes, he would use a randomizer, and as he was working on the song, he would actually change genres. So he would start off with like dubstep, and then after 5 minutes, he'd change to tropical house, and after 5 minutes, he'd change to indie pop. So you have to change genre every 5 minutes in creating this one song, right? So I'm like, okay, what if we do that for art? What if we start off with a prompt, and then like every few minutes or so, we have to stop, I have to randomize it, and then Nemo has to actually add something new to the design. So every few minutes, we're gonna like do a wheel spin, and then it's gonna randomize something. We choose that from the list, and then Nemo has to add that to the design, and we just have to kind of keep building on the prompts until the challenge ends, basically. It'll probably take the entire stream, but we were debating about, because it's different when you're producing music versus art, so maybe we're going to do like every 3 minutes or something like that, but
Yeah.
We're going to create like a list of prompts, and that's how we're going to randomize it.
Yep. Explain with that lovely radio voice. He did. So hopefully that's clear now. It would be cool if you participate too, Cheese, because you can draw. Also, Seb, if you want, if you're still there, if you want to try joining, I can send you the Discord privately later while I still finish setting it up. I don't even know how I want to finish setting it up because it's just a little messy. I want to clean up some sections, maybe, I don't know, too much right now. So just want to make sure it's not overwhelming for people and not too empty feeling.
Yeah, right now the Discord is just me and Nemo moaning about streaming issues.
Basically. Yeah, it's not like it's got issues. I mean, it's just empty. And I've added a lot of sections, like for different types of creatures, but obviously there is nobody. There is nobody there now. So I don't know if I want to keep them from the get-go or if I want to start simple, like just post your art, or let's post about creature design in one section. You can still open it and move things around. I still have to figure out my server. It's still under construction too. Yeah, that's been under construction with you and me only for 2 years now, I think. It's the second year.
You know what else we could do? If we open up the Discord and we have a bunch of different artists, we could do a challenge where I post one of my designs, like one of my concept arts, and then I'd like to see how every person interprets that concept art differently and comes up with different designs.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Like, that would be great for the ghoulie design. I'd love to see all the different takes people would have on
Yeah, we can do a specific episode about that. Because I really want to draw that one. Honestly, it's a pretty cool, fun design. So anyway, yeah, I will have the Discord ready by the time we start. We try that kind of challenge experiment. So either
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, Zeb, if it would be helpful for your current work, go ahead and you can definitely join the Discord. We've only got a few people in right now because it's pretty.
I will actually send you the link now because I have you here in my list. There you go. Oh wait, how can I invite him? Is it here? Create and invite people. Yeah, copy. Also, okay, I'm also gonna post it in the chat on both Twitch and YouTube. So Zab, you can get it here, or you could get it here if I could get a hold of the channel. Because I don't have the chat window anymore in OBS because of I could get Streamlabs. So there you go. I'm leaving it there, and I'm leaving it here. So if anyone wants to join, feel free to. Just remember that it's still kind of under construction, so feel free to introduce yourself and stuff like that. But I will do an official invite later.
Did you say under construction or under destruction?
Construction.
Okay. Yeah, it's currently under destruction.
I would say it will go through a phase of destruction soon, probably. Because I'm not happy with the sections, as I said, so we'll see.
You will need to make me a moderator at some point.
I was actually, it's funny you mention it, because I was about to do it a while ago. Then it just took me a little longer to set things up for stream, so I didn't do it. But I am going to do it later. I'm gonna make Hugh mod and also Cheese, so that he can...
No, Cheese.
You
shouldn't be moderator, because I know I'm gonna have to moderate you for some of your shenanigans.
Yeah, he was one of the first ones I invited when I was testing things out. I didn't even know how to invite people on the server, honestly, because I never had one before. So he made me mod in his server, so we'll just make him mod here. Hopefully he's not going to harass the user base once we have one. Right, Cheese? I know you will. Yeah, I'm gonna make you both moderators.
Just don't invite too many Japanese women into the server.
Oh, that's not gonna happen. I only know one, and she's not gonna be invited. So, of course you will not, Cheese. Of course not. Of course you will not be a moderator. Well, see, I'm more worried for Nemo harassing than I am. I don't harass people, usually. Depends on the circumstances, but usually I don't.
Well, if people start posting their art, they might consider it harassment when you give your critiques, but...
It could be. I will explicitly mention that not safe for work art is not for that Discord, okay? It's a creature thing, and not furry creatures, not safe for work creatures, just normal safe for work creatures. So
yeah, Cheese. So no hentai, please.
Yeah, please. Not even cute Japanese ladies. No. I mean, there is a section for humanoid creatures, but I would really like to stay on topic as far as I am concerned. Obviously, yeah, I mean, it's still art, but I don't want it to become like another Genshin Impact sort of thing where everybody posts like that kind of stuff. That would be sad. It's not the goal of the channel. We are creature enthusiasts, so...
Yeah, we should probably stay away from Genshin Impact as much as possible.
Yeah. I will. Thank you for reminding me. I have to add an not safe for work channel. Yeah, I'm not gonna post in there. Not gonna do that. No, I will stay on topic. For how boring that might sound. It's really Man, how do you say that? I was thinking about a word and I forgot it. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Hey, Cheese, do you want to make some easy cash with me?
You need not safe for work stuff.
Well, I was thinking, Cheese likes drawing cute girls. We could probably he and I could probably just make a visual novel. That'd be really easy. He could do all the artwork and I'll just do all the writing.
Oh, I think he wanted to make a visual novel actually. So maybe he is interested. At least a couple years ago he said so. So are you still into that, Cheese? It's okay, but I do need a channel for that in my drawings. But creatures on your server is cool with me. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, you told me you might have. What happened? I can't see that. Can you see that? Someone did something. I only see a dinosaur. Oh, Ensil is following. Okay, thanks for following. Feel free to hop in the chat if you want. I have to figure out how to make the screen larger because otherwise I can't read any of this.
Guys, we need 10 more followers for Nemo.
Yeah, please. So that you can finally experience ads. I would, if I could, if there was a way, I would choose to not have ads in any case at all because I don't like that kind of ad. Oh, another one. Well, thank you. Let me read your name. I don't see it in my. Why don't I see it? Do you read it, Chase?
Pipe Custodian. Thank you for following the channel.
Yeah, thank you so much. Chase is gonna do it well. Figure out how to read.
Are you a programmer, like in game development? I do a little bit of programming, yeah. But I don't see the need to make something whole cloth when there's other like software programs available.
Right.
If I wanted to, it would be really easy to make a visual novel in just RPG Maker.
I guess, yeah. Why not? I think actually there are some visual novels made with RPG Maker. If I'm not mistaken, might have heard about that.
I use a character bus plugin in Viconauts, so it would be really easy to make.
Like full busts?
Like character busts.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously.
Cheese likes.
Your creatures look so red. Thank you, NC. If that's how I pronounce your nickname or name. I appreciate. Are you an artist too? Well, I thought I'll be back. Okay. Yeah, Cheese is also working with that. Mm-hmm.
While we have some people in the chat, I am going to plug my own stream.
Sure.
A couple hours after the end of this stream, I am going to be doing a Switch stream. That's actually why I was having audio issues, as I was setting up the capture card for my Switch. So if anyone here would like to join me later, my streams are very chaotic and fun, as is normal for me. So yes, I would appreciate that.
Please do. Yeah, just plug it. Go ahead and link it. Or just write something so that they can see your nickname.
Okay, I will write.
I am going to join later, so we'll see how that goes. Where are you going to stream? NC says.
Decided yet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you haven't decided yet. NC says, yeah, just make things with lots of teeth. Cool. You might enjoy my Alicanto design then. It's got teeth. You can find it, if you click on my About section, there is my itch store link. And I've got some creatures posted there. And one of them, in the Desert Monsters pack, is a bird with very spiky teeth that you might like.
Yes, Nemo's designs are in fact available for purchase.
Yeah, if anyone's making a game or something.
Nemo is doing many designs for my game, so please
Yep.
check out his quality artwork.
That sounds too much like an ad, though. There's too much bias.
If you wanted to, like, if you wanted to get people excited, you could show them some of the monsters you've done for me, like on stream.
Yeah, why not? Let's see where we get here. And if I have any time left, I'll probably pull out the folder and show some. I don't wait. Can you write me on, or maybe you tell me without saying the name? I don't know. Which ones I can actually show. I know that I cannot show the last ones, like the latest monsters, obviously.
If you wanted to like show, I don't know, like the Fardarig, the Komoryu, and the
Okay.
Bainog, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Maybe even the maybe the Fox Dragon too. That's a good one.
Yeah. Although with that one, I'm not happy with how I handled the coloring. Like, I think I stayed too close in range between the orange and the cream color. So it doesn't feel as I wanted it to feel, like with the dual colored fur.
I think it's fine.
Just me complaining about it and stuff.
You know, if I'm paying for your designs, you can't just suddenly come out and say, "Hey, Chase, I didn't do a good job, so I ripped you off."
No, I mean, I think it's a good job. It's just that the more I see things, I mean, the more I look at things, and the more I see areas that could have been done better. Hopefully, it just means that my eye got better. Maybe just, I don't know, I was having a bad day. But I was pretty happy with it when it was done. That and the humanoid one, also the kind of humanoid one that I made after that. The last one of that batch. I think that's also pretty good.
You've hit a lot of the like the big boss monsters for my game. Like a lot of the big ones have been taken care of. There is like one other one that I designed. I had the idea for a while ago, and like I was kind of trying to think about the design, so I haven't sent it to you yet. But there is like one last big one that I would like you to do as one of the major bosses, other than sort of smaller stuff. But
sure.
I think the design is actually really cool, but I can show you sometime.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I like drawing bosses. Honestly, I was a little scared about these ones I'm working on right now because of all the architectural elements, let's say, they have. And it is I'm kind of burning out a little bit, but it's also really fun, honestly. I'm very happy with the final result of a lot of them. Most of them, actually. Maybe the first one a little less. Because of that perspective thing. Maybe I will correct it later. And send you the updated version.
It gave you some practice for architectural stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
I thought they turned out really cool, but I can understand. That's why I kind of wanted to get them out of the way, because I knew doing them back to back like this, and they do have similar design elements, would probably.
Oh yeah, it's totally worth it to make them back to back. I would have asked to do it anyway, because it just makes sense, right? You can just borrow and reuse some parts maybe when working on one, so that absolutely makes sense.
NC says the Alicanto looks sick. It's like a more terrifying raptor.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. But I've done like if you go on my Instagram, I've done a lot of bird studies before that. A lot of bird studies. It's fun because I also enjoy ballpoint sketching, and so even though it takes me, like, if I do that, it takes me a long time to make a single pat. I'm not regretting it. I'm not regretting the decision because apart from getting a lot of practice from reference, it's really fun for me because the result is basically the look is some sort of field journal. Like if I put them together, maybe with some nice yellowish page background or something, it kind of looks like an adventurers or explorers journal. So I really like that kind of experience. And I'm actually making with wood I like a tabletop drawing board with hinges and stuff, because obviously I don't have it here. I had it in my mom's place, and I don't want to buy it. It's like $40. So once I have it, I might actually start posting some of that stuff again. I cannot. I don't have a capture card, so I cannot stream that. But maybe one day, if I become an affiliate, and I get subs, maybe I will be able to afford a capture card. Let's put it that way.
If you can, I would avoid an Elgato, just from personal experience.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I had heard good things about it, but then talking to a few people made me change my mind, because, well, you had problems, and then another friend of mine had problems, so probably not going to do it. I guess you're paying all the streamers for that. Like,
yeah, I mean, like, when the Elgato works, it works fine. It has good quality and everything like that, really good quality, but the way it like messes with your PC settings really infuriates me at times.
Yeah, I can imagine. This is not looking too bad so far. Not too bad. I was expecting worse given the premise. So maybe you can explain me this, because I'm not a native speaker. Why? Okay, so premise means, well, like I used it now, right? Usually.
Sorry?
I mean, when you say premise, doesn't it have like two different meanings?
Well, it just depends. Like, so a premise, primarily you use premise in the context of an argument, right?
Right. Yeah.
So if you're talking about an argument, like a premise is sort of the proposition that the argument is based on.
Right.
So it's kind of like the central idea from which you're deriving that argument.
So why do you also use it for premises to indicate a building?
Why do we use that for
premises? I've heard that, so I know I'm not mistaken. At least from British people.
Oh, so premises instead of just premise.
Yeah,
that's what you're asking about.
Yeah.
So that actually comes from. Yeah, there's like a historical reason from that. Mm-hmm. So property owners, like whenever they would look at their deeds, so the word premise originally meant like what this document is about, the aforementioned, that kind of thing. So like the actual word premise and then premises has sort of the same antecedent. Like when people would look at their deeds, they would say, what is this deed based on? So what is like the central idea from which this deed comes before? And then the word premises sort of derived from that.
Cool. See? Now I know. Because every time I was listening to a podcast, like sort of thriller stories podcast, the guy would use premises a lot because he's British. And so I was confused. I'm like, wait a second. Does he mean like the premise, like what he said before, or does he mean currently meaning the place, like the building? So it is.
Yeah, when you're talking about property, like whenever you're talking about property, you always use premises. You never use the word premise when talking about property, because premise by itself without the s ending is referring to the original meaning. So premises just kind of derive from that. But yeah, never use the word premise by itself when talking about property. That's technically incorrect English.
All right. Cool. Now I have someone who can explain these things. I don't have to just guess. Because I used to guess a lot, obviously.
I got to put my degree to some sort of use.
Yeah, right. I learn English basically by playing video games, mostly, and watching video tutorials. Because my school teachers were really bad. It's pretty much useless to study at a school here, at least. I mean, for any language, actually, if you don't need it, you're probably not going to school if you don't use it actually actively. So this explains
Well,
why
that's
my
how a lot
grammar
of
is
people
so.
learn Japanese.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
I did tell the story before about I know this guy who went to Japan, and his entire knowledge of Japanese came from watching samurai anime. And
Yeah.
so whenever he would talk to people, they would kind of chuckle because he spoke very formally in the way a samurai would.
Yeah.
And that's just how he learned the language, so he didn't really know any better. It's very funny.
Oh yeah. They also thought I would talk like a kind of a cartoon character at first.
It would be kind of like if somebody learned English by watching, like very old English drama that uses sort of Middle English or things like that. So
Yeah.
you come to the country, be like, Chase, thine abode is quite has many accoutrements that are very pleasing to mine eye. And it's like, what are you doing? People would look at you weird if you were talking like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird though, because even the language they use. Okay, so you take The Simpsons. That English is kind of normal, right? As far as I can tell. I mean, it's not different from everyday speech. But in Japan, anime, the way they speak in anime is really different, like completely different, I would say, from the way they normally talk.
Are you saying that Japanese people don't say nani every 3 seconds?
Basically. Yeah, they don't. Obviously it is a word, but they don't use it like that, especially in formal situations and whatnot. Because in general, they're pretty formal, to the point of being annoying. I mean, when they give you back change, they have this like procedure where they bow and they say something that I can't remember. So a little too much, maybe. So that you just cheese has returned. Yeah, we're still here. Do you guys like kimchi? No, I hate kimchi. What about you, Chase?
Never had it.
Don't. I don't know. My impression of I don't know. Maybe it's because I ate bad kimchi. Yeah, I know you like kimchi, cheese. But my impression when I had kimchi was that it was super spicy and tasteless. It was like just spice and no taste. So I'm sorry, I come from a culture of good food. So I don't like kimchi. No, I really don't.
I like spicy stuff, but it has to accentuate the flavor. If it's just spicy in and of itself, then that's garbage.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I am not. I'm kind of weak at spicy stuff, but I like it in the right measure. If it's just a little, it's spicy enough to enhance the flavor, as you said. But kimchi is just no. I don't know. I don't like it, but I don't like a lot of Japanese stuff, honestly. In terms of food, especially those seaweed that look like wet hair.
Isn't I thought kimchi was Korean.
It is Korean, but there was a lot of kimchi there. For some reason, they eat it a lot in Japan, or at least my wife did. No, Nemo ate shitty kimchi. It depends. It has a saltiness and herbiness to it. Yeah, it is Korean. I don't know. Man. Give me pizza and then that's fine. Not Japanese pizza with mayonnaise, please. Just normal pizza. I am very difficult with food. Very difficult. Very difficult, annoying person when it comes to eating. But you can't complain here. Here in Sicily, definitely cannot complain about anything. What, mayonnaise? It is true that Europeans use mayonnaise for their fries. I do. I do, but not on pizza. That's blasphemy. That's borderline insulting God. I totally didn't get that idea from Pulp Fiction. Well, I do
Cheese, have you
use I
ever-
use this on my. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. Cheese. Have you ever had a Royale with cheese?
What is a royale?
I just want to see if he's referencing Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, apparently so.
Technically, Emperor of Cheese is a Royale of cheese.
No idea what that is. Honestly.
He is an emperor, after all.
Yeah, right, for royalty. Although technically, I could argue that being emperor and being king is very different. So technically, royal refers to just the king, at least from Latin. It's just semantics. Royale with cheese. Does it have something to do with metric system? I don't know.
Nemo, have you never seen Pulp Fiction, the movie?
I have, but it's been so long, like 14
Yeah, so,
years at
like-
least, 15.
What we're talking about is the opening when they're in the car driving, and they're talking about how I think he said he went to France, and when you go to France and buy a burger at McDonald's, it's called a Royale with cheese.
Ah. Okay, I didn't know. Yeah, I could remember that. I was not even following it probably because we were like playing a board game with some friends. So that was a long, long time ago. Man, I'm so old. I was 18.
Technically,
or something.
I was gonna say, technically, I'm related to royalty.
Really?
Yeah, one of my ancestors was Jane Seymour. who
Seriously?
was King Henry VIII's third wife.
Yeah, I know.
believe. Yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah, technically I'm related to a former Queen of England.
Wow.
Also,
Go there and
recently, I found out from my mom, who was doing some genealogical work, looking into the family tree.
yeah.
I don't know if you know who this is, Nemo, but one of my he's like my fifth removed great uncle was Tecumseh, who was like a Shawnee Native American warrior that died in the War of 1812. So I'm
not
related
familiar.
to
Mhm.
yeah, I'm related to English royalty as well as a famous Native American warrior.
Damn. I don't know who I'm related to. Probably nobody. I think my last name that translates to door comes from the fact that some of my ancestors were probably either guarding the doors of the city or begging at the door of the city. I hope it's the first one.
Yeah.
I hope it's the first one.
If I
My
had a choice
mom's
between
Mhm.
if I had a choice between guards or beggars, I would definitely take the guards.
Yeah. My mom's last name translates to blacksmith, so I believe my grandfather's ancestors were probably blacksmiths in the city or village or something. But nothing in terms of royalty, I'm afraid. I'm a peasant or peasant. Do you say peasant or peasant?
We say peasant.
Peasant, okay. Because I've heard both from people. So. I guess probably peasant is more like Australian. There's a pronunciation.
Yeah, if you're going by English, always default to the American pronunciation.
Usually I do. That's the original one, right? So they told me. I heard millions of people can trace back their ancestry to Genghis or Ganges. How do you say that? Khan in English. I say Genghis
Genghis
Khan.
Khan.
Genghis?
Genghis Khan, yeah. That's probably true. Genghis Khan dominated the entire continent of
He's
Asia.
very prolific in terms of kids, apparently.
Yeah.
Very masculine guy. I guess.
I guess.
Yeah. He also has some interesting ancestry. I'm not going to say it unless he does, because I don't know if he wants to talk about it. But he also has different kinds of bloods. Or from different areas.
He's talking about you, Cheese.
Yeah, you. I don't know if you want me to say it, so I'm gonna let you say it if you want to say it. I try not to talk about people that do not want to be mentioned, or do not want their secrets revealed. Let's see what he says. You could tell by his name, but he doesn't want me to use it here. So, oh well, maybe someday. Okay, you're like your mysterious persona. See, you're very reserved. I'm not at all, which could be a double-edged sword sometimes. But I should look into my ancestry too. Because I'm actually curious. I don't know if I want to find out they were actually beggars. But I might want to try. I think there's a service I heard, at least in the United States, right? Where you can send a blood sample or something, and they will.
Oh, there's lots of them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can use like a 23andMe, and there's all kinds of other services.
Right. Yeah, it was big when I went to California. Like, some of the teachers, or especially one, was saying, "Oh, I trace back my ancestry to Finland," or something like that. Nowadays, it's even more crazy, probably, because people go around. I cannot speak for one because I've got half Japanese kids, so that's a huge step in mixing races, I guess. I don't trust blood or DNA related ancestry companies. Oh,
I've heard other people say that. Some people are very skeptical because they think that these companies are working with the government to collect genetic information on the population.
No idea. Well, I mean, they can collect it everywhere at this point nowadays.
The issue is that the government basically, if they want to, they can learn everything about you. I mean,
yeah, right.
People use social media and voluntarily give up information, so there's really no reason to think that they can't find anything out about you if they wanted to.
Oh yeah. Even VPNs are so well advertised, they can do so little. If someone really is after you, like the government, CIA or something, I don't think you can do much for that in terms of privacy. Of course, I'm saying this because I'm not a subject of interest, a person of interest. So, of course not. And never been. My tinfoil hat stuff is not so dangerous. It's not dangerous at that point. But it shouldn't make it easier for anyone. Just be careful out there what you say or tell. I guess you should always be careful, but nowadays it's really hard. I mean, with technology, they could be listening to you at any time, literally. So
I consider myself to be a pretty private person. I come on here and talk on streams about some things that have happened in my life, but For the most part, I don't really divulge information to just random people all the time. That was something that happened a lot though when I used to work in a retail store. Is people would come in and they would ask for help on finding something, and then all of a sudden they would be giving me their life story. Like I had one guy come in one time and he was asking me about like where to find like bath cups, these little cups you can keep in your bathroom to store water and whatnot.
Yeah.
And after I helped him find them, he's like, "Oh, thanks for helping me. I've been having a rough time lately. My wife died recently."
Oh,
And I'm like,
damn.
"Well," I'm like, "I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm just kind of here working." So
Gosh, that's rough. I mean, I wouldn't know what to say.
it's like, yeah, I mean, I'm very good at listening to people and understanding them. So people frequently kind of divulge information to me that I'm surprised they would. But it's like when somebody comes up to you and is like, "Yeah, my wife died recently." It's how do you respond to that? It's so difficult.
It is. Yeah, that's rough, really. Sometimes you cannot avoid it. Like you have to justify some things you do by saying some other things, especially on the job. But yeah, overall, I try not to divulge too much. Although sometimes it does kind of, especially if I'm having a bad day, I tend to complain a lot. So something might escape my lips. I just try not
He
to.
says, "I had that happen where people spill their life stories minutes after knowing them." Yeah, that happens to me all the time. I don't know if people just think I'm a trustworthy person just based on my appearance or aura or whatever you want to say, but yeah, it happens to me very frequently. I guess I make friends very easily, though.
Yeah, me too, I can say. Probably. At least it did when I went, not in Japan, but I did when I went to San Diego. Yeah. So, like, in general, yeah, I make friends pretty easily. I don't keep friends easily, though. I guess.
That doesn't really surprise me. Maybe I'm biased, but I think by and large Americans are pretty friendly people.
Yeah.
Despite what other people in other countries might say that we're a bunch of idiots or whatever, but actually I've known some people, like I knew a British couple that came here that visited my store, and they were like actually British. They had the accent and everything, and they just kind of immigrated here, and they told me that like every American they met was super friendly and kind to them, and they were really surprised.
Because he thought you were fat and unpolite as British.
Well, they thought that like we would be like very like I guess condescending towards them or something like that, where it's like because they had an obvious accent. The same was true with my British professor in college. He told a story about how he came to America and he was so surprised whenever he'd like walk into a McDonald's and everybody's like really cheerful and very kind to him. He's like, that didn't happen in England.
Yeah. I also noticed that people are in general, at least I don't know. Obviously, I can only speak for California and San Diego specifically, but very very friendly people, very open in general. So that is where a lot of people spill out their life to you very easily. I noticed. It's cool though. It's better than Japan, where nobody speaks to you, talks to you, and you stay many years there, and you don't know anybody.
He says he finds English accents cute.
Okay, I guess we're gonna find you an English girlfriend and a British girlfriend. British. Without
I don't
T.
recommend that.
No? Okay, I'm not gonna ask why.
There's a reason why England colonized other countries for their women.
Okay, I dissociate from that. If someone wants to, report the channel, I'm kidding. I don't know any British lady, honestly, so I cannot speak for that. I don't know.
She says British girlfriend.
Yeah, British. With that T. I do have some British friends, though, like male friends.
Hmm.
Pretty cool people. At least the guys I know. One actually, I don't know why. Cheese knows him. His name is Oscar. I actually told him I was streaming. He never came up. He's busy probably. I was hoping to see him on the channel. So Oscar, if you're listening, just say something, please, or write something. Write a comment. Pretty cool, dude. I'll make them play Nintendo Switch. Well, maybe it's time we return the favor and colonize some ladies over there. Always thinking about ladies, huh? Colonize. What a nice term. Colonizing ladies.
That's what Nemo did to Japan.
Basically. Except then they later attempted to colonize me back.
It's okay, buddy. The allure of Asian women is hard to ignore.
It is hard to ignore. Right, Cheese?
So I'm actually kind of curious about something related to English. So, British when British people say the letter Z, they often say Z, right?
Yeah.
Is that sort of uniformly true? Like when you say Z, do you say Z in Italy?
No, that comes from French, though. Z is how you say Z in French. So I guess it comes from
Right.
that. Probably. I don't know. If there is any British person here, please let me know or correct me. Otherwise, I might be giving misleading information.
I've just always found that peculiar because sometimes I'll look up tutorials when I'm like, especially like when in 3D modeling and things like that, and when a British person is doing the like talking about sort of the axes, right? He's like, so you got the x-axis, the y-axis, and then you have the z-axis.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so you mean the z-axis?
Yeah.
It's not a big deal, but I just find it peculiar that we've always said just Z, and they specifically say Z.
Yeah, yeah. Also, Japanese say Z, because like Dragon Ball, technically it's called Dragon Ball Z, right? Because they take it from the English, like they take the driving side from the British. So yeah, again, I think it comes from French, but I might be wrong. Because I knew a little bit of French when I was in school. Obviously, it didn't stick at all. But
Emperor of Cheese asks Nemo, did you use the poster for 1993's Free Willy as a reference?
no, I didn't. I don't even remember that movie. I probably watched it when I was a kid, but it's pretty obscure to me at the moment. I mean, I know
I remember
obviously.
watching it. Yeah.
Probably everybody knows the movie, but I can't remember anything. I remember, the jump is pretty famous, obviously, and all the memes they made around it. There was one, I think, was it in The Simpsons? Yeah, it was. I think that Lisa probably had a whale or something, and she got slapped in the face when the whale or the orca was jumping. I don't know. Might have been The Simpsons. Not sure though. Radical dude. Of course. All I hear, "Will You Be There" by Michael Jackson. I don't even remember that.
I don't remember anything about the movie other than it had an orca.
Yeah, right. Just the orca and the jump. That's all I remember. It's funny that some people don't even know that orca is the other name of a killer whale.
Yeah.
Apparently. I learned that because I mentioned orcas and someone was like, what is an orca?
I think orcas become more normalized because technically they're not whales. So
yeah,
they're trying to get away from that. And killer whale does not sound like the most positive thing to call it.
Right.
Although, frankly, it's kind of fitting.
It is.
They are, in the wild, they're kind of vicious.
Yeah.
If you don't believe me, go onto YouTube and look up orcas, sea lions. That's all you need to look up.
Shredding. Orcas are incredible creatures, highly intelligent, social, apex predators. Yeah, I think we already talked about this. Maybe it sounds familiar. I think
Yeah.
we already said that.
Yeah, they are definitely intelligent. I mean, they come from the same line as dolphins, and dolphins are extremely intelligent. Although, with a measure of intelligence does come a measure of sadistic nature, because
Yeah.
dolphins look cute, but actually in the wild they can be, I don't know, they have very, I guess, what we would call bestial behaviors.
Yeah.
Look
Well,
up
physically
SeaWorld
intelligent.
attack, and then you know. Yeah, there's been tons of incidents of orcas attacking trainers or performers at SeaWorld.
Yeah. You did that? I can picture that. Oh. Man, this stream started out so well with a lot of people, and now it's just us, I guess. They probably didn't like the fact that you were not there at the beginning, so they said, I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah, once I showed up, everyone started talking, and then Cheese left and came back, and then everyone left. So maybe it's Cheese's fault.
Maybe.
And Cheese says, "I seen it. It's terrible. Even more tragic. You have the Shamu song playing in the background, like happy epic music, and some guy is getting destroyed by an orca."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds very brutal.
That's why we made Leviathan and orca. They're dangerous.
Also true. I think it's looking decent so far. I can't really think it's coming out. If I can't take it to finish the grayscale, I will just complete it later. Oh, and by the way, I was supposed to finish the current elemental creature tomorrow, but this morning when I opened the file, I found out that nothing I did yesterday had saved because I finished the Egg King yesterday. The one I sent you, so I had to kind of no, but fortunately I had sent you those two JPEGs, right? So I used that to basically recover using like tricks in Photoshop. I recovered the transparent line art, but it took me a while. So I should be able to finish it by tomorrow. If not, it's gonna be the next day. Sorry for the
It didn't
delay.
have it didn't like have any backup saved or anything.
No, I don't know what happened. It's like it didn't save. Maybe I didn't. It sounds weird, but I usually save like see like this. I save every 10 minutes or something. So I believe I did, but then I made that small modification to the mask yesterday before I sent it over, and then it asked me, "You want to save this?" I'm like, "No," because I don't want to save the modification. I can do it again. So I don't know if maybe I forgot to save during the whole 3 hours. Probably not though. I don't know. And so, well, fortunately I could recover it, but it took me a while, so I didn't finish the grayscale today. I was supposed to finish. So probably
It's possible you didn't save because you've done similar things on some of these streams, but
yeah. But I don't know. Usually I do save a lot. Like I just hit Control S. What happened here? Well, sometimes it happens to me that I save on the wrong file. Like I save on the PSD instead of the sci file. Didn't happen that often though that I just didn't save it at all. So anyway, yeah, just small delay, but it's gonna be ready hopefully still tomorrow. Otherwise the next day.
it's all good, buddy. We can talk after the stream also about payment stuff.
That's mean.
Well, I don't want to talk about wire transfers on stream, but
No, it's fine.
We can talk about how awful PayPal is with its fees.
yeah. It's insane nowadays. But I did set up Wire now, fortunately. So that's good. No, PayPal is insane. They also they basically closed my account in Japan, not because I was not there, but because apparently now you cannot keep your money there. So you can in Japan at least you can only keep the money you use on PayPal, and the rest gets automatically transferred to your bank account, like connected bank account, which is stupid because I'm not gonna use all the money I earn. Say if PayPal is what I use for my income, but whatever. Damn PayPal.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of news stories actually about the Bank of Japan. Like, the Bank of Japan had like a digital currency idea that they were going to use, and then they dropped it, and then now they're talking about keeping rates on hold because of the Asian markets, and there's all kinds of stuff about the Bank of Japan going on. Probably because of the global conditions of the market right now. But
yeah, also, well, I mean, I don't know how their market is going, but considering no tourists can go there, and they haven't been able to go there the past 2 years, I guess their economy is kind of suffering. Because I would think Japan had a pretty good portion of their economy coming from tourism. So really sucks though. I think it's one of the few countries that is still very closed because of COVID.
I'd like to visit there at some point. I wouldn't want to live there, but I definitely would want somebody who can help guide me around and give me info on what to do and what not to do.
If they ever will open again to tourism, who knows? I mean, the country has been isolated for centuries in the past, so maybe do it again. Who knows? Nowadays, it's really hard to go there. Even if I got a visa, like a residence card, but it's still hard. Like with all the tests, you gotta provide documents and stuff. You gotta get the okay from the government. Like you've got this app, and if it doesn't show up blue, you can't go in. So it's really not simple right now.
He says we can bring Nemo along, and he will be our translator and tour guide.
Translator? Sure. Let's see where we get.
Hey, maybe someday we could set up a little trip for ourselves.
Yeah. We can try. You want to see me get upset with Japanese people?
Maybe it'll be okay. Maybe my game will do well, and then they'll do a Japanese translation of it, and it'll be a big hit there. So,
sure.
And then everyone call me Chesu Senpai.
Oh, Sensei.
Yeah.
Sorry. Teacher. No, that's what they call like the artists that are famous, like Mono. They call him Sensei. Usually.
Does that hold true for game developers?
I have no idea. Could be. Or maybe Sama. You know, very reverential. Jesus Sama. Something like that.
Oh, geez, get that lewd humor out of here.
Ah ha ha. Yeah.
Senpai Nemo.
Yeah, well, you can say stuck there. And make friends with the cockroaches.
Help me, step bro, I'm stuck.
That sounds like some kind of game idea.
I'm pretty sure it is. How do you say stepbrother in Japanese?
You know what? I don't know. I know how you stepbrother. I have no idea. I know how to say brother, but not stepbrother. Never found myself in a situation where somebody had a stepbrother. Usually they do not talk about this stuff. Like they try to hide family inconsistencies. Let's call them.
Yeah, that was something I think in the original Digimon anime with what's his name, Matt and TK, those
Yeah.
two characters. They were wondering because I think they had like different mothers and the same father or something
Oh,
like
they were
that.
brother. I
And
had no idea.
yeah, yeah.
I
Well, that
had
was the
no idea.
thing because he was referring to him like Oni-chan or whatever, something
Uh-huh.
like that.
I don't know. Maybe
And
just
they
good
had
friends.
yeah, but that's what the other characters were speculating because they were saying that, but they had like different last names. So how were they related? That kind
Huh.
of thing.
I had no idea. Also, because they look very different. Wonder if that's the actual the name, like TK and Matt. If those are the names in Japanese, probably not.
No, a TK I think was Takaru,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Takeru, and then Matt was Yamato. So they changed Yamato to Matt, and then
I mean, it's
Takaru.
still
Yeah.
yeah, good job though. I mean, they chose something
Yeah, they sound the
related to
same.
that. Yeah, not a bad choice. Well, for Pokemon, they went from Satoshi to Ash, so I don't know about that.
Chi says, I think Oni is used as Big Brother, but as someone to look up to. Yeah, I think it just depends on the context it's
Yeah, it really
used.
depends. It's always about context, so it's hard to know unless you know. Usually, what to know unless you do know. So, are you gonna stream at the same time as last time? Around say like 3 or 2.5 hours from now?
About 2.5 hours from now, yeah.
Yeah, I should be.
Is that okay? Yeah.
Yeah, probably gonna work. Maybe if I need to finish this one a little bit and then the other. It sucks because I've been having headaches in the evenings recently, so it's made working on drawing kind of complicated sometimes. Not in the day, just in the evening. I get this weird headache. Probably because it was humid. It's not hot though anymore. It's been storming a lot.
It's because you've been talking to me on streams. I understand.
Yeah, because you're cursed. Right? That's what they would say in Japan. I have a curse.
Cheese asks, is it because of too many video games?
No, I'm not playing anything at all. The only thing I quote unquote played was Lost Odyssey because I was trying it out on the emulator. I own the game. Just let's specify this. So no, it's definitely not video games. Because I finished what was that? God of War a few weeks ago, and I didn't play anything ever since. So yeah, actually, because I was asking you, Chase, if you could recommend a nice JRPG. I was thinking about Chrono Cross, but you said it's got a lot of characters and it's very. It's you really gotta get into it if you start it, right?
You might like it. But I will say, like, well, there's a lot of characters, so the characters don't really have anything to them. They're basically there for battle. The story is very complicated. I will say that. So if you like very epic storytelling in terms of scale and very complicated plots, you might like it.
I do usually, so maybe I can try it out. I just hope that the characters are at least some of them are good, and it's not just all about the story. I don't know. I do enjoy complicated stories, but I also want to have some kind of character that's hopefully relatable.
Do you play any Saga games?
Me?
I don't know if you would like. Yeah.
I might have tried something, but I don't remember. So nothing recently, anyway.
Okay. I personally really like them, but they're definitely not for everyone because they are JRPGs, but they do a lot of mechanics very differently than what you're used to, right? So, like in Saga games, you don't have levels for your characters; they gain stats after battles, and they're very open in terms of storyline. So the story can change a little bit depending on what characters you recruit and such. And I mean, there's a lot of interesting stuff to them. Like the way you can learn techniques in battle is really cool. There's like it's called a glimmer, and so like a light bulb appears over your character's head, and that's how they derive a skill in battle and that kind of thing. And I don't know if you would like it, but it could be something to try in the future.
It could be. And also, I wanted to ask you. So I'm currently reading Sherlock Holmes, but I would like to, when I'm done with this, to maybe try some nice fantasy book. And I've tried a few in the past years, but I can't find anything I like. So shoot me some names, and I might look them up.
Are you familiar with Brandon Sanderson?
No.
Maybe look that up. His Mistborn trilogy is pretty well received. Just look up the book Mistborn, and you can give it a go by Brandon Sanderson if you're interested in fantasy.
Yeah,
he's a more modern fantasy writer, not sort of an older fantasy writer.
Yeah, because I tried a few, but for some reason I don't know, couldn't enjoy them. I'm a little more traditional, maybe. I don't know, because I like Narnia, Lord of the Rings, more traditional stuff, I guess. So.
Have you read like any D&D novels?
No, I haven't. Is there any that's good?
Yeah. Well, there's a bunch. I mean, like I have a bunch of novels by R.A. Salvatore. He did the Drizzt books. He's still doing them, actually. So if you're into that, his stuff is very action oriented because Salvatore is a former bodyguard. So he like does some of the best action writing, in my opinion, in terms of like genre work. So if you're like really into intense battle scenes where he describes every detail, and because a lot of writers, when it comes to battle scenes, they say he swung the sword, it hit the guy, that kind of thing. And it's very boring, and his stuff is very in depth in terms of action. And if you are very interested in like stories about big groups of characters of all kinds of different origins, like dwarves and halflings and humans, all sort of going on an epic journey together, a D&D novel I might recommend is the Dragons of Autumn Twilight. Let me see if I can get a link here. It's part of a series.
Cheese. I played it. I'm not playing it now, but I like it. I like Age of Empires. I played the hell out of that game when I was a kid. Every day. But nowadays, yeah, I'm not really playing it well for the computer. Still like it. Still like the old wizards, the monks in the first one, and their nice way of converting other units. It's really fun. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to.
Oh God, sorry. There's a giant Amazon link. If anyone would like to pick that up and read it,
I might. Yeah, I've got some time to read now, so it's never enough. I'm trying to fix my schedule so that I can read and write. Didn't manage the latter yet, but I will soon. After which you can probably insult me when I send you some stuff to review.
Yeah, I mean, I'll think about that more. I haven't read a lot of fantasy lately. I've been reading a lot of Philip K. Dick, who is an author I think is incredibly brilliant. For those who are not familiar, he did a number of novels like A Scanner Darkly. That's the one I'm reading right now, rereading. He also did Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep,
Oh,
which was
I know that. I heard about that, yeah.
Yeah, that is the basis of the movie Blade Runner. His book, The Eye in the Sky, is brilliant. He's
So it's
very
sci-fi?
funny. Oh yeah, most of his stuff is science fiction stuff, but he's just a really brilliant and creative writer. So I highly recommend his stuff.
Ooh. All right. So this is it's a pretty decent point already. I'm gonna finish it later off stream, and tomorrow we can do the color, and then hopefully Friday. I don't know, Friday or Saturday. Maybe Saturday is better. I don't know, because then on Saturday I've gotta get back to doing something more involved, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. We can do either Friday or Saturday for that challenge. Anyway, yeah, we're done for today. Again, tomorrow we'll finish this, hopefully. Until then, you guys have a good one.